Francesco Bagnaia has called for greater unity between MotoGP riders and Dorna Sports, insisting that stronger communication and collective decision-making are essential for the championship's long-term future. The two-time world champion believes that, as MotoGP enters a period of significant change both on track and behind the scenes, a more solid and transparent relationship between competitors and organisers is crucial. His comments come in the wake of a worrying incident involving Dettwiler and José Antonio Rueda ahead of the Moto3 race in Malaysia, an episode that once again highlighted gaps in the decision-making structure. The issue resurfaced after Dettwiler and Rueda were involved in a serious collision during the build-up to the Moto3 race at Sepang. Initial reports from the paddock suggested that both riders required urgent medical attention, with rumours even circulating that one had suffered a brief cardiac issue, although official TV graphics later clarified that both riders were conscious. Despite the gravity of the situation, race direction proceeded with the Moto3 event as scheduled. Bagnaia was among the riders most openly critical of the decision, expressing frustration that the race carried on at a moment when the paddock was gripped by uncertainty. For Bagnaia, the incident highlighted a deeper, long-standing concern: lack of coordinated communication between riders and organisers, especially during moments requiring swift and unified judgment. Unlike Formula One, MotoGP does not have a formal riders' union or association. Discussions about creating one have circulated for years, but have never materialised into a structured organisation. When asked again about the possibility of establishing such a group during the Valencia Grand Prix, Bagnaia admitted the matter is far from straightforward. To be honest, it is difficult. It's always hard to fully understand the situation from the outside. Everyone has their own point of view, Bagnaia said. His remarks underscore the challenge. While riders often share concerns, forming a unified body requires logistical coordination, legal clarity, and agreement between athletes who compete fiercely against each other. According to Bagnaia, the relationship between MotoGP riders and Dorna needs to grow more harmonious to keep pace with the sport's evolution. Right now, MotoGP is not declining, but everything is changing, and we must stand together if we want to continue growing, he explained. While the championship lacks a riders' union, it does have established representative organisations for teams, IRTA and manufacturers through the MSMA. Bagnaia believes it is time for riders to increase their role in this structure, especially when it comes to safety, scheduling and the rapid technical changes shaping modern MotoGP. The Ducati star hopes that stronger communication channels between all parties will help safeguard the well-being of competitors and ensure MotoGP's continued development in the coming years. Beyond the immediate debate, Bagnaia's stance highlights a broader cultural shift within the MotoGP paddock. Riders, once known for quietly accepting whatever direction the championship took, are becoming increasingly aware of their collective influence. Today's grid consists of highly trained, media-savvy athletes who understand that their voices carry significant weight, not only with fans, but also with sponsors and the sport's global image. As MotoGP continues to expand its commercial footprint, the absence of a unified riders' platform becomes increasingly conspicuous. The issue becomes even clearer when considering the modern race weekend format. With sprint races adding an additional layer of intensity, the risk factors have naturally increased. Riders are now effectively competing in 2 Grand Prix-level battles every weekend, leaving very little margin for miscommunication or procedural uncertainty. Bagnaia's call for improved collaboration is, in essence, a recognition that the sport's structure has evolved faster than the systems designed to protect and support the athletes. What Bagnaia ultimately seeks is not preferential treatment, but clarity. Riders want to know that decisions made during emergencies, weather disruptions, or track incidents are driven by consistent principles and mutual understanding. Clearer protocols and more direct involvement would reduce confusion and help maintain trust, particularly in moments when safety hangs in the balance. Such an approach would also reduce the emotional strain riders face when they are left to interpret incomplete or conflicting information. There is also a strategic dimension to this discussion. MotoGP is currently navigating a period of intense competition among manufacturers, each pushing boundaries in aerodynamics, electronics, and chassis innovation. These advancements have undeniably elevated the spectacle, but they also place riders under greater physical load. In this environment, a more structured dialogue between riders and organisers would help balance performance with well-being, ensuring the championship evolves sustainably. From a commercial standpoint, unified communication also serves MotoGP's long-term interests. Fans want transparency, not confusion. When race direction decisions appear inconsistent or poorly communicated, the audience loses confidence in the integrity of the event. A stronger rider's voice could help streamline explanations to the public and reinforce the sport's credibility. Bagnaia's comments, therefore, touch not only on competitive fairness, but on the business health of MotoGP itself. It is worth noting that several senior figures in the paddock quietly support the idea of some form of riders' assembly, even if not a full union. Figures such as Alex Espargaro, Johan Zarco, and Jack Miller have long expressed concerns about communication gaps. The challenge lies in finding a structure that respects MotoGP's competitive nature while creating a stable, unified channel for dialogue. Bagnaia's influence, combined with growing rider consensus, may finally push the discussion towards meaningful progress. Ultimately, Bagnaia's appeal reflects a maturing championship. MotoGP has always been defined by bravery and speed, but the modern era demands more: professionalism, transparency, and shared responsibility. As the sport seeks to strengthen its global position, the voices of those risking everything on track cannot remain fragmented. Bagnaia's message is clear: for MotoGP to move forward, its riders must play a more active role in shaping its path. In many ways, Bagnaia's push for unity can be seen as a turning point for MotoGP. As the championship grows increasingly global and technologically complex, the riders' need for a collective presence becomes more evident. Whether a formal union eventually emerges or a new communication framework is developed, the momentum for change is unmistakable. If MotoGP is to thrive in its next chapter, the voices of its athletes must not only be heard, but meaningfully integrated into the sport's decision-making fabric.